application on the multiple streams.
Oh yeah.
You
Thank you. I did.
Got it?
I don't know. It says it's streaming. And I did, and I hit start on Facebook, but
Reload it.
reload which one?
Reload Safari.
Okay. Okay, there we go.
Nice. I'll let you know in an hour.
Thanks, babe. Can you check on my audio, please? I don't know if I have sound. Basio, can you hear me? Let me test this on my phone and see if there's sound. Yes. Okay, it's good. All right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi sadri shahri yasirli amri wahlul yafqahu qawli. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm going to go ahead and start with Juz 8. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Even if we had sent to them the angels, made the dead speak to them, and presented all the different things of the world before them as proof, they would not have believed, unless Allah wanted otherwise. Yet most of them act out of ignorance. Likewise, we made for each prophet enemies, shaitans from among the human beings and jinn. Some of them inspire the others with seductive discourses by way of deception. If your Rabb wanted, they would not have done so. Therefore, leave them and that which they invent, so that the hearts of those who do not believe in the hereafter may be inclined to what they say, and be pleased with it, so that they can earn what they wish to earn. Say, should I seek a judge other than Allah when He is the one who has revealed this book with full details? That's a great question. Should I seek a judge other than Allah when He is the one who has revealed this book with full details? Those whom we gave the book before you know very well that it is revealed to you from your Rabb with the truth. Therefore, you should not be of those who have doubts. The words of your Rabb have been completed with credibility and justice. There is no way to change His words. He is the all-hearing, the all-knowing. If you obey, most of the people on earth will lead you away from the way of Allah. For they follow nothing but guesswork and preach nothing but falsehood. In fact, your Rabb knows best those people who have strayed from his way and knows best those who are rightly guided. So eat of that meat on which Allah's name has been pronounced if you truly believe in his revelations. Why should you not eat that on which Allah's name has been pronounced, when he has clearly spelled out for you in detail what is forbidden, except in case you are compelled? In fact, many do mislead people by their low desires without knowledge. Your Rabb knows best who transgresses. Eschew all sin, whether open or secret. Surely those who earn sin will soon get due punishment for their wrongdoing. Do not eat of that meat on which Allah's name has not been pronounced, since that is most surely a transgression. In fact, Shaitan inspires their friends that they should argue with you, and if you obey, most surely you will become mushrikeen. Can a person who is dead and whom we raised to life and gave the light to walk with among people be like the one who is in the depths of darkness from which he can never come out? Since they treat both of them alike, the actions of the unbelievers seem pleasing to them. And thus in every town we have placed the criminals as their ringleaders. To plot their end, they plot against none but their own souls, though they do not perceive it. Whenever there comes to them a sign, they say, "We shall not believe until we are given directly, and which is given to the Rasuls of Allah. Allah knows best with whom to entrust his message." Soon these criminals will be overtaken by humiliation and by a severe punishment from Allah for their evil plots. Whomever Allah wills to guide, he opens his chest to Islam, and whomever he intends to send astray, he makes his chest narrow and constricted, that at the very idea of Islam he feels as if his soul were climbing into the sky. That's me. Whomever Allah wills to guide, he opens his chest to Islam, and whomever he intends to astray, he makes his chest narrow and constricted, that at the very idea of Islam, he feels as if his soul were climbing to the sky. That is how Allah places abomination in those who do not believe. This al-Islam is the way of your Rabb, the straight way. We have spelled out our revelations for the people who reflect. For them there will be a home of peace, and with their Rabb, he will be their protector because of their good deeds. On the day when he will assemble them all together, O assembly of jinns, you seduce mankind in great numbers, and their votaries from among mankind will say, "Our Rabb, we have both enjoined each other's fellowship, but alas, now we have reached the end of our term which you had decreed for us." Then Allah will say, "Now hellfire is your dwelling place. You will live therein forever unless Allah ordains otherwise. Surely your Rabb is all-wise, all-knowing." Thus we make wrongdoers the comrades of one another on account of what they used to do. At that time Allah will ask, "O assembly of jinns and mankind, did not there come to you Rasuls from among you who proclaimed to you my revelations and warned you about the meeting of this day?" They will reply, "Yes, they did. We bear witness against our own souls. Today this worldly life has deceived them, but on that day they will testify against their own souls that they were indeed unbelievers. That is because your Rabb would not destroy towns without just cause while their residents were unaware. All will be awarded ranks according to their deeds, and your Rabb is not unaware of what they do. Your Rabb is self-sufficient, Lord of mercy. If he wants, he can destroy you all and replace you with others as he pleases, just as he raised you from the offspring of other people. Surely what you are being threatened with must come to pass, and you can do nothing to frustrate it. O Muhammad, tell them, "O my people, if you don't listen to me, do whatever you want, and I'll do whatever I deem right. I will soon find out who is to gain the reward of the hereafter. Rest assured that the wrongdoers will not get salvation." They set aside a share from that which Allah has created of their produce and of their cattle, saying, "This is for Allah." So they pretend, "And this is for our shuraka," their deities. Their shuraka share does not reach Allah, but the share of Allah is given to the shuraka. Evil is their judgment. Their shuraka have induced many mushrikeen to kill their own children in order to ruin them and confuse them in their religion. If Allah wanted, they would not have done so. Therefore, leave them and what they invent. These mushrikeen say that such and such cattle and crops are reserved in the names of such and such temple, and no one should eat except those whom we permit. In fact, these restrictions they themselves have imposed. Then there are some animals which they have prohibited from riding or carrying loads, and there are still other animals over which they do not pronounce the name of Allah. They have falsely attributed all these things to Him. Soon He will punish them for what they have been inventing. They also say, "What is in the wombs of these cattle is specially reserved for our males and forbidden to our females, but it is stillborn, then all can share." He will punish them for their attribution of such superstitions to Allah. Surely He is all-wise, all-knowing. Actual losers are those who kill their own children foolishly without knowledge and forbid food which Allah has provided them, falsely ascribing prohibitions to Allah. Certainly they have gone astray and are not at all rightly guided. It is He who has created all kinds of plants, trilized and untrilized, palm trees, field crops with produce of different kinds, olive trees and pomegranates, similar in kind yet different in variety. Eat of their fruit, they ripen, and give away its due on the day of its harvest. Do not be extravagant. Surely He does not love the extravagant. Of the animals you have, some are for transportation and some are small. Eat of them which Allah has provided for you, and do not follow the footsteps of Shaitan. Surely he is your open enemy. Take 8 heads of cattle and pair, male and female, a pair of sheep and a pair of goats, for example, and ask them, "Of these, has He forbidden you the males, females, or what is contained in the wombs of the females? Answer me based on knowledge, not superstition, if what you say is true." Likewise, ask them about a pair of camels and a pair of cows. "Of these, has He forbidden you the males, females, or what is contained in the wombs of the females? If they answer, ask them, "Were you present when Allah gave you these commandments? If not, then who can be more unjust than the one who forges a lie against Allah, so that he may mislead mankind without having any knowledge? Surely Allah does not guide the unjust people." O Muhammad, tell them, "I did not find in what has been revealed to you anything forbidden to be eaten by one who wishes to eat it, except the meat of an already dead animal, or running blood, or flesh of swine, for these are unclean, or profane meat on which name other than Allah has been invoked. Even so, if anyone is forced by extreme necessity, intending neither disobedience nor transgression, you will find your Rabb forgiving, merciful. For those who are Jews, we forbade every animal with undivided hoofs and the fat of oxen and sheep, except what is attached to their backs or their intestines, or is mixed with their bones. That was the punishment which was awarded for their willful disobedience. Indeed, what we said is true. Now, if they disbelieve you, say, "Your Rabb is the owner of boundless mercy. By His scourge cannot be averted from criminal people." In response to this, the mushrikeen will proudly say, "If Allah wanted, neither we nor our forefathers would have committed shirk, or could have made anything unlawful. This is how their ancestors rejected the truth in the past until they tasted our punishment. If they say so, then ask them, do you have any evidence that you can put before us? The fact of the matter is, you believe in nothing but conjecture and follow nothing but falsehood. Say, in contrast to your position, Allah's argument is conclusive. If it had been His will, He could indeed have guided you all. Say, bring your witnesses to prove that Allah did forbid so and so. Even if they shall testify, do not testify with them, nor yield to the wishes of those who deny our revelations, disbelieve in the hereafter, and set up others as equals with their Rabb. O Muhammad, say, come, I will recite what your Rabb has forbidden to you, not to commit shirk with Him. Be kind to your parents, not to kill your children, making the excuse of the inability to support them. We provide sustenance for you and for them, not to commit shameful deeds, whether open or secret, and not to kill any soul forbidden by Allah except for the requirements of justice. These are the things which He enjoined you so that you may use reason. Furthermore, your Rabb has forbidden you not to go near the property of an orphan except to improve it until he attains maturity, and has commanded you to give full measure and just weight. We never charge a soul with more than it can bear, and whenever you speak, be just, even if it affects your own relatives, and fulfill your covenant with Allah. These are the things that which He enjoined on you so that you may be mindful. He has also said, verily this is my way, the right way, therefore follow it, and do not follow other ways, for they will lead you away from His way. This is what He enjoined on you so that you may become righteous. Moreover, He said, we gave Musa the book to complete our favor on those who would do good. It contained details of all things, and was a guidance and a mercy, so that they should believe in the ultimate meeting with their Lord. We have revealed this book similar to the book given to Musa as a blessing. Therefore, follow it and adopt a God-fearing attitude so that you may receive mercy. Lest you say, the book was revealed to two parties before us, and we were unaware of what they read. Or lest they say, if the book had been revealed to us, we could have followed its guidance better than them. A veritable sign has now come to you from your Rabb as guidance and mercy. Who then is more unjust than the one who denies the revelations of Allah and turns away from them? Very soon, those who turn away from our revelations will face dreadful punishment for their aversion. Are they waiting for anything other than the angels of your Rabb should come to them, or are they waiting to be given a certain sign of your Rabb? On the day when that certain sign of your Rabb appears, the belief will not profit that soul which did not believe before, nor earned any good deeds through its faith. Say to them, wait if you will, we too are waiting. Surely those who divide their religion and break up into sects, O Muhammad, you have nothing to do with them. Their case will be called to account by Allah Himself. He will inform them as to what they did. Whoever does one good deed will be given credit for 10 similar good deeds, and whoever does one bad deed will be punished for only one, and no one will be treated unjustly. O Muhammad, tell them, as for me, surely my Rabb has guided me to the right way, the ever true deen, the faith of Ibrahim the upright, who was not of the mushrikeen. Also say, surely my salah, my sacrifices, my life, and my death are all for Allah. O Muhammad, tell them, as for me, O Muhammad, tell them, as for me, surely my Rabb has guided me to the right way. The ever true deen, the faith of Ibrahim, the upright, who is not of the mushrikeen. Also say, surely my salah, My sacrifices, my life, and my death are all for Allah, the Rabb of the worlds. He has no partner. Thus I am commanded, and I am the first of the Muslims. Say, should I seek another Rabb besides Allah when He is the Rabb of everything? Every soul will reap the fruits of its own deeds. No bearer of burden shall bear the burden of another. Ultimately, you will return to your Rabb, and He will resolve for you your disputes. He is the one who has made you the inheritors of the earth, and raised some of you in rank over others, so that He may test you in what He has given you. Surely, your Rabb is swift in retribution, yet He is also very forgiving and merciful. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Start Surah Al-Araf now. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Alif Lam Mim Sad. This book is revealed to you. Let there be no discomfort in your heart about it, so that you may thereby warn the unbelievers and remind the believers. Say, O people, follow what has been brought down to you from your Rabb, and do not follow other patrons besides Him. Yet little do you take admonition. How many towns have we destroyed for their sins? Our Scrooge took them all of a sudden at night, and while they were taking their afternoon rest. And when our Scrooge fell upon them, their only cry was, we have indeed been wrongdoers. On the day of judgment, we shall question those to whom Rasuls were sent, and we shall also question the Rasuls about our message and its response. Then we shall tell their whole story as an eyewitness, for we were never absent at any time from any place. On that day, the scale of justice shall be established. Those whose scales of good deeds will be heavy, they are the ones who will attain felicity, and those whose scale is light, they shall find themselves in loss, for they have done injustice to our revelations. We are the one who established you on earth and provided you means of your sustenance therein, yet little it is that you pay thanks. Indeed, we created you, then we fashioned you, then we asked the angels, prostrate yourselves before Adam. They all prostrated accordingly except Iblis, who did not join those who prostrated. Allah said, what prevented you from prostrating when I commanded you? He replied, I am better than he. You created me from fire, and him from clay. Allah said, get down from here. You have no right to brag here of your superiority. Get out, henceforth you are of the petty ones. Shaitan requested, give me respite till the day of resurrection. Allah said, the respite you request is hereby granted. Shaitan said, since you let me deviate, now I will lie in ambush for mankind on your right way. I will come upon them from their front, from their rear, from their right, and from their left. And you will not find most of them grateful to you. Allah said, get out of here, you despicable and outcast. I will certainly fill hell with you and all of them who follow you. Allah said, O Adam, dwell with your wife in paradise and eat any fruit you please, but never approach this tree or you shall both become wrongdoers. But Shaitan tempted them so that he might reveal to them the private parts of their bodies which they had never seen before. He told them, your Rabb has forbidden you to approach the street only to prevent you from becoming angels or immortals. And he swore to them both, I am your sincere advisor. Thus he cunningly seduced them, and when they ate from the tree, their shame became visible to them, and they began to cover themselves with the leaves of the garden. Then their Rabb called out to them, did I not forbid you to approach that tree, and did I not warn you that Shaitan was your open enemy? They both replied, our Rabb, we have wronged our souls. If you do not forgive us and have mercy on us, we shall certainly be of the losers. Allah said, go down, some of you are the enemy of others. The earth will be your dwelling place and your means of livelihood for a fixed term. He further said, therein you shall live, therein you shall die, and therefrom you shall be raised to life on the day of resurrection. O children of Adam, we have sent down to you clothing to cover your nakedness and as an adornment. However, the best clothing is the clothing of piety. This is one of Allah's revelations so that the people may learn a lesson. O children of Adam, let not Shaitan seduce you in the same manner as he seduced your parents out of paradise through stripping them of their clothing in order to expose their nakedness. He and his tribe can see you from where you cannot see them. We have made the Shaitan's allies to those who do not believe. Whenever they commit a shameful deed, they say, we found our forefathers doing this, and Allah himself has commanded us to do so. Tell them, nay, Allah never commands what is shameful. Do you attribute to Allah something about which you have no knowledge? O Muhammad, say to them, my Rabb has commanded justice, and that you set your faces in the right direction at the time of every prayer, and call on him with true devotion. You shall return to him as he created you in the beginning. One group he has guided, while the other group deserved to be left in error due to their own choice. For they took the Shaitans for their protectors instead of Allah, yet they think that they are rightly guided. O children of Adam, put on your adornment when you attend your masjid at the time of every prayer. Eat and drink, but do not be extravagant. Surely he does not love the extravagant. Muhammad asked them, who has forbidden you to wear decent clothes or to eat the good food which Allah has provided for his devotees? Say, all these things are for the enjoyment of the believers in the life of this world, though shared by others. But these shall be exclusively theirs on the day of resurrection. Thus do we make our revelations clear for those who have knowledge. Say, my Rabb has forbidden all indecencies, whether open or secret, sin and rebellion against justice, committing shirk with Allah for which he has granted no sanction, and saying things about Allah of which you have no knowledge. For every nation there is a fixed term. When their term expires, it can neither be delayed for a moment, nor it can be made to come early. O children of Adam, whenever there comes to you Rasuls from among you, and recite to you my revelations, those who will become righteous and mend their ways will have nothing to fear or to grieve. But those who deny our revelations and treat them with arrogance shall be the inmates of hellfire, to live therein forever. Who can be more unjust than the one who invents a lie against Allah or rejects his revelations? Such people will have their destined portions of the book, until when our messengers arrive to take away their souls, they will ask, where are those gods whom you used to invoke besides Allah? They will reply, they have forsaken us, and they will bear witness against themselves that they were indeed kuffar. Allah will say, enter the fire and join the nations of jinn and men who have gone before you. As each nation will enter hell, it will curse its preceding sister till all are gathered there. The last of them will say about the first one, Our Rabb, these have led us astray, therefore give them double punishment of the fire. He will answer, there will be double for all, although you may not know, because of being predecessors or successors in sin and aggression. Then the first will say to the last, if we were to blame, you too were no better than us. Now taste the punishment of your misdeeds. Surely the gates of heaven will not be opened for those who deny our revelations and treat them with arrogance. Their admission into paradise will be as impossible as the passing of a camel through the eye of a needle. That is how we shall reward the criminals. Hell shall be their bed, and flame shall be their covering. That is how we shall reward the wrongdoers. As for those who believe and do good deeds, we never burden a soul with more than it can bear. They are worthy of paradise, wherein they will live forever. We shall remove whatever ill feeling they may have in their hearts against one another. Rivers will be flowing beneath them, and they will say, praise be to Allah who guided us this way. We would have never found the right way if Allah had not guided us. The Rasuls of our Rabb have surely preached us the truth. At that time they will hear the announcement, this is paradise, which you have inherited because of your good deeds. The residents of paradise will call out to the inmates of the hellfire, we have indeed found out the promise of our Rabb to be true. Have you also found the promise of your Rabb to be true? Yes, they will answer. And a herald in between them will proclaim, the curse of Allah be upon those wrongdoers who hindered other people from the way of Allah and sought to make it crooked, and who did not believe in the hereafter. Between the two there shall be a veil, and on the Araf there will be people who will recognize them by their features. They will call out to the residents of paradise, peace be upon you. They will not have yet entered it, though they will have the hope. When their eyes will be turned towards the inmates of the hellfire, they will say, Our Rabb, do not cast us among those wrongdoers. The people of the Araf will call to certain men whom they will recognize by their features and say, have you found out that neither your riches nor your arrogant pride have availed you? Are these residents of paradise not the same people about whom you swore that Allah will never bestow His mercy on them? Today, the same people are being welcomed with the words, enter paradise, you have nothing to fear or to grieve. Then the inmates of the fire will cry out to the residents of paradise, give us some water or some of the food which Allah has provided you. They will reply, Allah has provided us both of these things to the unbelievers. Allah has prohibited both of these things to the unbelievers who took their religion to be mere amusement and play, and were deceived by their earthly life. Allah will say, today we will forget them as they forgot the meeting of this day and rejected our revelations. For we have certainly brought them a book which we have detailed with knowledge, a guidance and a blessing for true believers. Now, are they waiting for its fulfillment? On the day when it is fulfilled, those who have disregarded it will say, indeed the Rasuls of our Rabb had come with the truth. Are there any intercessors now who could intercede on our behalf? Or could we be sent back so that we would not do as we have done before? In fact, they would have lost their souls, and the things they had invented will leave them in the lurch. Surely your Rabb is Allah who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, and then established Himself on the throne in a matter that suits His majesty. He makes the night cover the day, and the day follow the night in rapid succession. He created the sun, the moon, and the stars, and made them subservient to His will. Take a note, He is the creation. His is the creation, and His is the command. Blessed be Allah, the Rabb of the worlds. Call on your Rabb with humility and in private. for he does not love the transgressors. Do not create mischief in the land after it has been set in order. Pray to him in humility and privacy. Surely the mercy of Allah is always close to the doers of good. He is the one who sends the winds bearing good news of his blessings. So when they lift up heavy clouds, we drive them along to a dead land and make the rain fall upon it and bring forth all kinds of fruits from the same dead land. Likewise, we will raise the dead to life. This example is given so that you may learn a lesson from this observation. The good soil yields rich produce by the permission of Allah, and barren soil yields nothing but poor produce. Thus do we explain our revelations over and over again for those who pay thanks. Indeed, we sent Noah to his people, and he said, O my people, worship Allah, you have no God but He. If you do not listen to what I say, I fear for you the punishment of a mighty day. The chiefs of his people say, surely we see that you are in evident error. He replied, O my people, I am not in error. On the contrary, I am a Rasul from the Rabb of the worlds. I am appointed to deliver the message of my Rabb and give you friendly advice, for I know from Allah something that you do not know. Do you wonder that there has come to you a message from your Rabb through a man from among yourselves to warn you, so that you may fear Allah in order to receive His mercy? But they denied Him. As a result, we saved him and all who were with him in the ark, and drowned those who denied our revelations. Surely they were a blind people. To the people of Ad, we sent their brother Hud, who said, O my people, worship Allah, you have no God but He. Will you not fear Him? The chiefs of his people who denied his message said, We can see that you are foolish, and we think that you are lying. He replied, O my people, I am not foolish. On the contrary, I am a Rasul from the Rabb of the worlds. I am conveying the message of my Rabb to you, and I am an honest advisor to you. Do you wonder that a reminder from your Rabb has come to you through one of your own men to warn you? Remember that He made you successors after the people of Noah, and gave you tall and strong stature as compared to other people. Therefore, remember the favors that you have received from Allah so that you may prosper. They replied, Have you come to us with the demand that we worship Allah alone and give up those whom our forefathers used to worship? Well, bring us what you are threatening us with if what you say is true. Hud said, You have already incurred the blight and wrath of your Rabb. Would you dispute with me about mere names which you and your forefathers have invented, and for which Allah has revealed no sanction? If so, then wait for the decision of Allah. I too will wait with you. We saved him and his companions by our mercy, and we cut off the roots of those who denied our revelations and did not become believers. To the people of Thamud, we sent their brother Salih, who said, O my people, worship Allah, you have no other God but He. Now a clear proof has come to you from your Rabb. Here is Allah's she-camel as a sign for you. Therefore leave her alone to pasture on Allah's land, and do not touch her with bad intentions, lest you incur painful punishment. Remember how you were made the heirs of Ad, and settled in the land, capable of building mansions in the valleys, and carving out homes in the mountains. Therefore remember the favors of Allah, and do not spread mischief in the land. The arrogant leaders of his people asked the oppressed among them who had believed, Do you really believe that Salih is a Rasul from his Rabb? They replied, We do indeed believe in the revelation with which he has been sent. The arrogant, who considered themselves superior, said, We deny all that you believe in. Then they hamstrung the she-camel, defied the commandment of their Rabb, and challenged Salih, saying, Bring down the scourge you have threatened us with, if you truly are the one of the Rasuls. Thereupon an earthquake overtook them, and they became lifeless bodies in their homes with their faces down. Salih left them, saying, O my people, I did indeed convey to you the message of my Rabb and gave you sincere advice, but you did not love sincere advice. We also send Lut, who said to his people, will you do such indecent acts as no one else in the world has committed before you? You satisfy your lust with men instead of women. Indeed, you are a people who have transgressed beyond bounds. His people had no answer but to say, drive them out of your town. These people want to keep themselves pure. So we saved him and his family except his wife, who was of those who lagged behind. We rained upon them a rain of stones, and everyone was killed. See what was the outcome of such criminals. To Madian we sent their brother Shuaib, who said, O my people, worship Allah, you have no God but He. A clear guidance has come to you from your Rabb. Give just measure and weight. Do not undersell others in their gods, and do not create mischief in the land after it has been set in order. This is better for you if you are true believers. Do not sit in ambush on every road or threaten people and hinder from the way of Allah, those who believe in Him seeking to make His way crooked. Remember how He multiplied you when you were few in number, and see what was the end of the mischief makers of prior nations. If there are some among you who believe in the message with which I have been sent, and others who disbelieve it, then be patient until Allah judges between us, and He is the best of all judges. The arrogant, proud leaders of his people said, O Shuaib, we shall certainly drive you and your fellow believers out of our town, or you will have to return back to our religion. He replied, what? Even if it be against our will? We would indeed be forced to lie against Allah if we return to your religion after Allah has rescued us therefrom. It is not possible for us to return to it unless Allah our Rabb wants us to. Our Rabb has vast knowledge over everything. We put our trust in Allah. Then they prayed, Our Rabb, decide between us and our people with justice, for you are the best of judges. The leaders who disbelieved from among his people said, if you follow Shuaib, you shall indeed be losers. Thereupon an earthquake overtook them, and they became lifeless bodies in their homes with their faces down. Those who called Shuaib a liar were as though they never lived therein. Those who called Shuaib a liar were the actual losers. Shuaib left them saying, O my people, I did indeed convey to you the message of my Rabb, and I did give you good advice. How shall I then be sorry for the people who refuse to believe? Whenever we sent a prophet to a town, we afflicted its people with poverty and hardship so that they might humble themselves to Allah. Then we changed their bad condition into good fortune till they became very affluent and said, our forefathers also had their hardship and affluence. So we took them by surprise while they were unaware. Had the residents of the towns believed and feared Allah, we would have shown upon them riches from the heavens and the earth, but they disbelieved, so we seized them from their misdeeds. So we seized them for their misdeeds. Do the people of these towns now feel secure against our punishment coming to them by night while they might fall asleep? Or do the people of these towns feel secure against our punishment coming to them in the afternoon while they are playing around? Do these people feel secure against the plan of Allah? In fact, no people feel secure against the plan of Allah except those who are doomed to lose. It is not a guiding lesson to those who inherit the earth after its former occupants that if we please, we can punish them for their sins and seal their hearts so that they would not hear. Those towns whose stories we relate to you can serve as examples. Certainly their Rasuls came to them with clear signs, but they persisted in their unbelief and would not believe what they had denied before. Thus Allah sealed the hearts of the unbelievers. We did not find most of them true to their commitment. Rather, we found that most of them were transgressors. Then after them we sent Musa with our revelation to Pharaoh and his chiefs, but they too treated our revelations unjustly. So see what was the end of their mischief makers. Musa said, O Pharaoh, I am a Rasul from the Rabb of the worlds. It is not befitting for me to say anything about Allah except the truth. I have come to you from your Rabb with clear signs. Therefore, send the children of Israel with me. Pharaoh asked, If you have come with a sign, then produce it, if what you say is true. So Musa threw down his staff, and all of a sudden it became a real serpent. Then he drew out his hand, and from his pocket it became shining white to all the beholders. The chief of Pharaoh's people said, He indeed is a skilled sorcerer who intends to drive you out of your land. Pharaoh asked, So what do you advise? They said, Put him and his brother off for a while and send heralds to all the cities to summon every skillful sorcerer. The sorcerers came to Pharaoh and said, We must certainly have some suitable reward if we prevail. Yes, he answered, not only reward, but more. You shall certainly become my favorite courtiers. Then they asked to Musa, Will you throw, or should we be the first to throw? Musa said, You throw. So when they threw, they bewitched the eyes of the people and terrified them by a display of a mighty sorcery. We inspired Musa to throw his staff. No sooner did he throw it than it became a serpent, and it began to swallow up the creation of their sorcery. Thus the truth prevailed, and all that they did was of no effect. Pharaoh and his people were defeated and put to humiliation, and the sorcerers, since they were professional and knew that it was not sorcery, fell down in prostration, saying, We believe in the Rabb of the worlds, the Rabb of Musa and Harun. Pharaoh said, How dare you believe in him without any permission? In fact, this was a plot which you all had planned to drive the people out of their city, but soon you will know its consequences. I will have your hands and your feet cut off on opposite sides and then crucify you all. They answered, We will surely return to our Rabb. Look at your verdict. You would have taken revenge on us simply because we believed in the signs of our Rabb when they were shown to us. Our Rabb, pour upon us patience and make us die as Muslims. The chiefs of Pharaoh people asked him, Will you leave Musa and his people free to commit mischief in the land and to forsake you and your gods? He said, We will put their sons to death and spare their females. We have irresistible power over them. Musa said to his people, Seek help from Allah and be patient. The land belongs to Allah. He gives it as a heritage to those of his servants whom he pleases. You should know that final success is for the righteous. They said, We were oppressed before you came to us, and since you have come to us. He replied, It is quite possible that your Rabb may destroy your enemy and grant you succession in the land, and he will see how you act. We afflict Pharaoh's people with several years of famine and shortage of fruit so that they might come to their senses. But whenever they had good times, they said, It is our due. And whenever evil befell them, they ascribed that bad luck to Musa and those with him. Behold, in fact, their misfortune was in the hands of Allah, yet most of them do not know. They said to Musa, No matter what sign you may bring us to put your magic spell on us, we are not going to believe you. So we plagued them with flood, locusts, lice, frogs, and blood, clear and cut signs. Yet they persisted in their arrogance, for they were criminal people. Every time the plague befell them, they said, Oh Musa, pray for us to your Rabb, as he has made the promise with you. If you help remove the plague from us, we shall surely believe in you and send the children of Israel with you. But every time we removed the plague from them to a fixed term, which he had to reach, lo, they broke their promise. Therefore, we inflicted retribution on them and drowned them in the sea, for they denied our signs and became heedless of them. Thus we made the people who were oppressed the inheritors of the eastern and western regions of the land which we had blessed. Thus the fair promise of your love was fulfilled for the children of Israel because they had endured with patience. And we leveled to the ground the great works and fine buildings which Pharaoh and his people had erected with such pride. We made the children of Israel cross the Red Sea. On their way, they came across people who were worshiping their idols. They said, O Musa, fashion for us a god like the gods of these people. He replied, You are indeed very ignorant people. What these people are following is doomed to destruction, and their deeds are in vain. He further said, Should I seek for you a god for worship other than Allah, when it is He who has exalted you above all the worlds? Oh my goodness. Wow. Remember that we rescued you from the people of Pharaoh, who subjected you to cruel torment, putting your sons to death and sparing your women, and in that condition of slavery, there was a great trial for you from your Rabb. We summoned Musa to the Mount of Tur for 30 nights and added 10 more to complete the term of 40 nights for his communion with his Rabb. Musa said to his brother Harun, You will be in my place among my people, set a good example, and do not follow the way of mischief makers. When Musa came to our appointed place and his Rabb spoke to him, he said, O my Rabb, show me yourself, that I may look at you. He answered, You cannot see me. Look at the mountain. If it remains firm in its place, then you will see me. When his Rabb manifested to the mountains, he crushed it into fine dust, and Musa fell down unconscious. When Musa recovered, he said, Glory be to you, I turn to you in repentance, and I am the first of the believers. Allah said, O Musa, I have chosen you from among mankind to deliver my message and to have conversation with me. So take what I give you and be thankful. We inscribed for him upon tablets all kinds of instructions and details of everything concerning all branches of life, and said, Observe these with firmness and enjoin your people to follow them according to the best of their abilities. Soon I shall show you the homes of the transgressors. I will turn away from my signs those who are unjustly arrogant in the land, so that even if they see each and every sign, they will not believe in it. If they see the right way before them, they will not follow it. But if they see a crooked way, they will follow it. This is because they denied our revelations and were heedless of them. Those who deny our signs and the meaning of the hereafter, their deeds are null. Should they be rewarded but for what they have done? In his absence, the people of Musa made an image of a calf for worship from their jewelry, which produced a milling sound. Did they not see that it could neither speak to them nor give them guidance? Yet they took it for worship and became wrongdoers. When they felt ashamed about what they had done and realized that they had gone astray, they said, If our Rabb does not have mercy on us and pardon us, we shall become losers. When Musa came to his people, he was extremely angry and sorrowful, and he said, What an evil thing you have done in my absence. Have you tried to hasten the matter of your Rabb? He put down the holy tablets and seized his brother by the hair of his head and dragged him closer. Harun cried, O son of my mother, the people overpowered me and almost killed me. Do not make my enemies happy over me. And do not count me among the wrongdoers. At this, Musa said, O my Rabb, forgive me and my brother, and admit us to your mercy, for you are the most merciful. Those who worship the calf did indeed incur the wrath of the Rabb and disgrace in this life. Those who thus do we recompense those who invent falsehoods. As for those who do evil deeds, then repent and become true believers. Thereafter, your Rabb is most surely the forgiving and merciful. When Musa's anger calmed down, he took up the holy tablets in whose writing there was guidance and mercy for those that feared their love. Musa chose 70 men from his people to accompany him to our place of meeting. On their way, when they were seized by a violent earthquake, he said, "O my Lord, had it been your will, you could have destroyed them and me long ago. Would you destroy us for the offense committed by some fools among you? That trial was ordained by you, so let go astray whom you willed, and to guide whom you pleased. You are our guardian. Therefore, forgive us and have mercy on us, for you are the best of all forgivers. O Allah, ordain for us what is good in this life and in the hereafter. Surely we have turned to you." He replied, "I will inflict my punishment upon whom I please, yet my mercy encompasses everything. I will ordain special mercy for those who are righteous, who pay zakah, and who believe in our revelations. Those who follow the Rasul, the unlettered prophet, whom they shall find described in the Torah and the Injil, who enjoins them what is good and forbids what is evil, who makes pure things halal for them and impure things haram, who relieves them from their heavy burdens, from the yokes that were around their necks. Therefore, those who believe in him, honor him, help him, and follow the light which is sent down to him will be the ones who will be successful." O Muhammad, say, "O mankind, I am the Rasul of Allah towards all of you, from the one to whom belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. There is no deity but him. He brings to life and causes to die. Therefore, believe in Allah and his Rasul, the unlettered prophet, who believes in Allah and his word. Follow him so that you may be rightly guided. From among the people of Musa, there were some who guided others with the truth and thereby established justice. We divided them into 12 tribes as nations, and when his thirsty people asked him for water, we revealed to Musa, 'Strike the rock with your staff.' Thereupon 12 springs gushed out from the rock. Each tribe was specified its drinking place. We caused the clouds to cast shadow over them and sent down to them manna and salwa for their food, saying, 'Eat of the pure things we have provided for you.' But they rebelled, and by doing so they did us no harm, but they harmed their own souls. When it was said to them, 'Reside in this town and eat therein wherever you wish, and say, Hataytum, and enter the gate in a posture of humility. We will forgive you your sins and increase all the more the reward of such righteous people.' But the wicked among them changed that word which was said to them. As a result, we sent down a scourge upon them from heaven for their wrongdoings. Ask them about the town which was situated on the seashore. What happened when they transgressed in the matter of the Sabbath? On the day of their Sabbath, the fish appeared before them on the surface of the water, but on the days other than their Sabbath, they never came near them. Thus did we test them because they transgressed. Also remind them about the conversation among some of them, when some of them asked, 'Why do you admonish people whom Allah will destroy or sternly punish?' They replied, 'To be able to offer an excuse before Allah that we did discharge our duty, and also in hopes that they may refrain from his disobedience. However, when they disregarded the reminder, we delivered those who forbade evil and overtook those who were wrongdoers with stern punishment because of their transgression. But when after they exceeded the limits of what they were prohibited, we said to them, 'Be detested apes.' Also remind them when your Rabb declared that he would raise against them others who would afflict them with grievous torment till the day of resurrection. Swift is the retribution of your Rabb, yet he is also oft forgiving, most merciful. We broke their unity as a nation and dispersed them into different communities all over the earth. Some of them are righteous and others are the opposite. We tested them with both blessings and misfortunes so that they might turn to the right way. Then they were succeeded by an evil generation who inherited the book. They indulged in the vanities of neither the life, saying, we expect to be forgiven, assuming that they are favorites of Allah and somehow we will spare them. Yet, if similar vanities come their way, they would again seize them. Was not a covenant taken from them in the book that they would not speak anything about Allah except the truth? And they have studied what is in the book. Best of the righteous is the home of the hereafter. Best for the righteous is the home of the hereafter. Don't you understand? As for those who strictly observe the book and establish Salah, surely we never let the reward of such reformers go to waste. Remember when we suspended the mountain over them as though it was an umbrella, and they feared it was going to fall on them, and we said, hold firmly to the book that we have given you and be mindful of what is in it, so that you might fear Allah and obey Him. O Prophet, remind mankind about the incident when your Rabb brought into existence the offspring from the loins of Adam and his descendants, and made them testify about themselves. Allah asked them, am I not your Rabb? They all replied, yes, we bear witness that you are. This we did, lest you, mankind, should say on the day of resurrection, we were not aware of this fact that you are our Rabb and that there will be a day of judgment. Or lest you should say, our forefathers started the practice of shirk and we just followed, being their descendants. Will you then destroy us on the account of following the sin committed by the wrongdoers? Thus we do spell out our revelation so that they might return to the right way. Tell them the story of that person to whom we sent our revelations, but he turned away from them. As a result, Shaitan persuaded him until he became one of the misguided. Had it been our will, we would have exalted him through those revelations, but he clung to this earthly life and followed his own desires. His similitude is that of a dog. If you chase it, it lolls out his tongue, and if you leave it alone, it lolls out his tongue. Such are those who deny our revelations. Tell them these parables, so that they might think over their behavior to our revelations. Very bad is the example of those people who deny our revelations and wrong their own souls. Only he whom Allah guides is rightly guided, and whom he lets go astray will be a loser. Certainly we have destined many jinns and human beings for hell. Those are the ones who have hearts with which they do not understand. They have eyes with which they do not see. They have ears with which they do not hear. They're like animals, or even worse, they are those who are heedless. Allah has the most beautiful names. Call on Him by them, and shun those people who use profanity in His name. Such people shall be requited for their misdeeds. Among those whom we have created, there are some people who guide others with the truth and establish justice therewith. Those who deny our revelations, we shall draw them step by step closer to destruction in ways that they do not realize. And even though I shall grant them respite, my plan is surely strong. Has it never occurred to them that their companion is not a madman? He's merely a plain warner. Have they not pondered over the kingdom of the earth and the heaven, and whatever Allah has created, that maybe their hour of death has come closer? In what message after this would they then believe? None can guide those whom Allah lets go astray and leaves them blundering about their rebellious transgression. They ask you about the hour of doom, and when will it take place? Say, knowledge about it rests only with my Rabb. No one can disclose its proper time except Him. Heavy is its weight in the heavens and the earth. It will not come gradually, but all of a sudden. They ask you as if you yourself were in search of it. Tell them, the knowledge about it rests only with Allah, though most people do not understand it. Further, tell them, I have no power over any benefit or harm to myself, except what Allah wills. Had I possessed the knowledge of the unseen, I would have acquired many benefits to myself, and no harm would have touched me. I am but a warner and a bearer of good news for the believers. He is the one who created you from a single person, and from him he created his mate, so that he might find comfort with her. When he covers her, she conceives a light burden and walks around with it. When it grows heavy, they both pray to Allah, their Rabb, saying, "If you will grant us a goodly child, we will be truly thankful." But when he gives them a goodly child, they both begin to associate partners with him in what he has given them. But Allah is exalted far above the shirk they commit of associating other deities with him and his partners. Do they associate with him those deities who can create nothing but are themselves created? They have neither the ability to help them, nor can they help themselves. If you invite them to guidance, they will not follow you. It will be all the same for you whether you call them or hold your peace. In fact, those whom you call besides Allah are bondmen like yourselves. We call them and let them answer you if what you say is true. Have they feet to walk with? Have they hands to hold with? Have they eyes to see with? Have they ears to hear with? O Muhammad, say, call on your shuraka and collectively plot against me and give me no respite. My protector is Allah, who has revealed this book, and he is the protecting friend of the righteous. But those whom you call besides him have neither the ability to help you, nor can they help themselves. If you call them to guidance, they cannot even hear what you say, and it appears as if they are looking at you, but they do not see. Show forgiveness and join good and avoid the ignorant. If shaitan tempts you, seek refuge with Allah, for he is the one who is all-hearing, all-knowing. Those who fear Allah when they are tempted by shaitan, they have but to remember Allah, and they shall see the light. As for their evil brothers, they drag them deeper into error and never relax their efforts. When you, O Muhammad, do not bring them a revelation, they say, "Have you not yet invented one?" Tell them, "I follow only what is revealed to me from my Rabb. This book contains veritable insights from your Rabb, a guidance and a blessing for the true believers." When the Quran is recited, listen to it with full attention so that you may be shown mercy. Bring your Rabb to remembrance deep in your soul with humility and in reverence, without raising your voice, both in the morning and in the evenings, and be not of those who are heedless. Surely those who are near your Rabb are never too proud to worship him. They declare his glory and prostrate themselves before him. I'm gonna go ahead and stop there for today. Just finished up Surah Al-Araf, and tomorrow we will, inshallah, by Allah's will, continue Juz 9 with starting Surah Al-Anfal. Inshallah, Surah Al-Anfal. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. May Allah accept our Quran reading. Let's go ahead and go to the next dua in this dua book that my sweet brother has gifted me. This dua here is for forgiveness and understanding, and the dua reads, Rabbi inni a'udhu bika an as'alaka ma laysa li bihi ilmun wa ila taghfir li wa tarhamni akun min al-khasirin. My Lord, I seek refuge in you from asking that of which I have no knowledge. And unless you forgive me and have mercy upon me, I will be among the losers. Ya Allah, I pray that you guide us towards understanding and true information and beneficial knowledge, and grant us wisdom. And with all of this misinformation and all the lies and deception that we are surrounded with through the internet and all the lies and deception that we are surrounded with about who is God, if there's a hell, if there's a heaven, if there's a hereafter, and all the different variations of false truths that we're surrounded with. Ya Allah, safeguard us from all of those things and protect us and give us intuitive awareness to where we can just feel whenever something around us is not true. And Allah, give us discernment so that we're able to discern between the lies and the truths and show us what is really true. And bless us with the wisdom to be able to decipher between truth and falsehood, because we are genuinely surrounded by so many lies and so many different platforms. Continuously there are people that are in high positions and they are misleading people by the millions away from the Quran, away from the truth, away from prayer, and away from purity. Ya Allah, make us of the people that are hungry and thirsty for purification. Forgive our sins in the past. None of us are perfect. Every single one of us are flawed. Even those of us who look like we are on the right path, we still sin. We still have our flaws. So please, Ya Allah, fill us up with the truth, not just in the form of knowledge and information, but also for us to act on the information, build good habits that please you, and purify us of ourselves, purify us of our ill desires. Make it easy for us to stand up in salah every single day, even outside of Ramadan, on time, and be present. Make us of those people that are eager to turn away from evil and run towards good. Ya Allah, make it easy for us to be the type of people that you are pleased with. It is not easy to be a Muslim in this day and age. Even the Muslims, they're so hard on each other. Muslims are constantly judging each other, putting each other down, judging each other, making one feel like they're less a Muslim than the other, instead of encouraging everybody to get close to Islam, get close to the Quran. How come, Ya Allah, you are so merciful, but the Muslims are not merciful to each other? Ya Allah, let us become more merciful on each other. Guide us towards the right path, Ya Allah. Form us and fashion us even further to reflect that which you want to see in us. Ya Allah, please don't leave us alone even for a blink of an eye's time, because without you, Ya Allah, we are going to fail. It is by your support and your guidance and your mercy that we're able to succeed in anything. All good is from you and all evil is not from you. So we thank you so much for being our God and accepting this effort from us every single day. God, grant me forgiveness. Guide my parents to the truth. Grant my parents Jannatul Firdaus. Grant my husband's parents Jannatul Firdaus. Grant my siblings and their spouses and their children guidance and Jannatul Firdaus, and their parents. Guide us all towards your way. Ya Allah, leave none of us, please. Ya Allah, we are in dire need of you, your mercy, and your guidance. Ameen. Ya Rabbal Alameen. Yay. Alhamdulillah. Subhanallah. Another Quran session.